Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you wanted to say no but couldn't? It's a common struggle, isn't it? We often find ourselves caught in the crossfire of our own reluctance and the expectations of others. The topic at hand is about the struggle of saying no, and the importance of mastering this art in a way that is both polite and respectful. Why is it that we find it so challenging to utter a simple two-letter word? Several factors come into play. Fear of conflict, guilt, and an inherent desire to please others often hold us back. We worry about upsetting others, about damaging relationships, about coming across as unkind or selfish. But the truth is, saying no is not a crime. It's a necessary part of maintaining healthy boundaries. Mastering the art of saying no is essential for maintaining boundaries and ensuring your own well-being. Let's delve into how you can do this. The word no holds immense power, but what makes it so powerful? The power of no lies in its ability to set boundaries. It's a tool to maintain control over your time, energy, and personal space. Saying no can be liberating. It frees you from commitments that don't align with your priorities, allowing you to focus on what truly matters in your life. This simple two-letter word also carries tremendous weight in establishing respect. It communicates that you value your time and won't allow it to be taken for granted. It's not a rejection of the person, but of a request that may not serve your best interests. Moreover, saying no can foster personal growth. It teaches you to stand your ground, make decisions that benefit you, and ultimately, lead a less stressful life. It can even improve relationships by promoting honesty and openness. Saying no isn't about being difficult, it's about respecting your own needs and priorities. Knowing when to say no is just as crucial as knowing how to say it. It's a delicate dance of discernment and self-awareness. So how do we recognize these instances? Start by examining your own limits. Are you feeling overwhelmed or stressed? Is a request infringing on your personal boundaries or values? These could be signs that a no is warranted. Respecting your own time and energy is paramount. If a request will deplete your resources or take away from your own priorities, it might be time to say no. Remember, you're not a limitless reservoir. You need to recharge and replenish your energy too. Also, consider the value of your contribution. If you're saying yes out of obligation rather than genuine interest or a desire to contribute, it might be time to reevaluate. Saying no becomes easier when you understand that every yes to someone else's request can mean a no to something that matters to you. So, choose wisely, respect your limits, value your time, and protect your energy. Now that you understand the power of no and when to use it, let's explore some techniques for saying no effectively. Firstly, we have the direct no. This is a simple, straightforward refusal. No, I can't, or no, I don't want to. It's succinct and leaves no room for misinterpretation. However, it's important to remember that tone and body language play a crucial role when employing this technique. Be firm, yet respectful. Next up, we have the reflective no. This method involves empathizing with the requester before delivering the refusal. For example, I understand that you need help with this, but I can't commit to it right now. This technique acknowledges the other person's needs while still maintaining your own boundaries. The third technique is the let me think about it. No, this is a softer approach, giving you time to consider the request without feeling pressured to give an immediate response. It might sound like, let me think about it and get back to you. This allows you to assess whether you can or want to accommodate the request. Last but not least, we have the no with a reason technique. Here you provide a valid reason for your refusal, like, I'd love to help but I already have a lot on my plate. This technique is particularly useful when you want to maintain good relations with the person making the request, as it shows that your refusal is not personal but rather due to circumstances. Each of these techniques can be effective depending on the situation and the person you are dealing with. Practice them, get comfortable with them, and use them as needed to maintain your personal and professional boundaries. Remember, the goal isn't to offend or upset, but to communicate your needs and boundaries clearly. Mastering the art of saying no requires practice and patience. It's akin to learning a new language or a musical instrument. At first, it might feel awkward or uncomfortable. You might stumble, stutter, or even backpedal. But like any skill, the more you practice, the easier it becomes. Saying no can be a delicate dance, especially when the person on the receiving end is someone we care about or respect. It's important to remember that declining a request is not a rejection of the person themselves. We must maintain respect and empathy throughout the process. Imagine yourself in their shoes. How would you want to be treated if the roles were reversed? Now, this doesn't mean we should sugarcoat or downplay our refusal. It's crucial to be clear and assertive but also gentle and understanding. A simple, "I understand where you're coming from but I'm unable to commit to this at the moment" can go a long way. It's honest, it's respectful, and it leaves no room for ambiguity. But what about the inevitable negative reactions? We've all been there. We muster up the courage to say no, only to be met with disappointment, guilt trips, or even anger. It's essential to remember that these reactions are not about you, but about the other person's expectations or needs. Stay calm, stand your ground, and reiterate your reasons if needed. You're not responsible for how others respond to your boundaries. The art of saying no is also about maintaining relationships. It's not about burning bridges or creating conflict. It's about asserting your needs while still valuing the other person and the relationship you have with them. And lastly, remember that it's okay to take time before responding to a request. It's perfectly acceptable to say, "Let me think about it," and get back to them when you've had time to consider your answer. The art of saying no is about balance between your needs and the needs of others. Master it, and you'll find more time, energy, and respect for the things that truly matter to you.